let me sign up for this event again. Oh, they're neck and neck. In one exciting turn of events, I found it. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're just gonna roll with it. Literally. Oh, hi. Welcome to Sewing Nerd Studios. I am Jo, and this week it is once again little all over the place. I have some snippets that I tried filming from a previous weekend of events. I didn't really get that much. I'm about to do my first witchy event of the season. I have such a busy October. I probably overbooked myself. This is one of 7 in the next couple weeks, so let's get into it. I'm gonna stop at the grocery store and grab iced coffee and a breakfast sandwich, but otherwise we are hitting the road. It's my first trip to mill number 5, which I frequent most years. I do like multiple events throughout the year, but they're not open in the summer, so this is kind of my like return to camp, and I'm very pumped about it. I will check in once it's time for setup. Oops, I already had to circle back around the neighborhood and get my lunch bag because I left that inside, and that has all of my drinks and sustenance for the rest of the day, but not my breakfast. And now I don't know that I have time to stop, but I need it. I have to prioritize that. I'll just have 10 less minutes to haul my stuff in. It's gonna be fine. But I do a little recap for you about how those went, so that'll come up. And then I'm currently prepping for a little mini anime convention tomorrow that I'm looking forward to. But I do prep differently for an event like that versus just like an art market. So we're just gonna jump into this together and we'll see how it goes. I've really been digging my new display. I'm excited to put it up again tomorrow, but we'll get there when we get there. I'm gonna try to be better about filming at the events because somebody commented on my last video, and thank you for the comment, that was like, I encourage you to just like mention to your neighbors, like your table neighbors, and even customers, like, hey, I film studio vlogs, videos, whatever, and kind of document and share the process. Do you care if I film next to you? And just like deal with the fact that people are going to hear me talking to myself. I think especially these days, so many people film themselves doing stuff and like do video calls and FaceTimes and whatever. Like, it's not as weird as it used to be vlogging out in the world. And like, I have no reason to be embarrassed, so what does it matter? Maybe someone would be really excited to be in a YouTube video. Maybe I'll make sure I bring my tripod. It takes up a lot of room though. That's the one thing. I'll figure it out. It's fine. Everything's fine. Let's jump into me forgetting I had curlers in earlier. Roll the clip. Okay, hi. It's Friday the 11th of October. Everything has been bonkers. Hold please. And continues to be. Oh my god, it's literally been like an hour and a half since that last clip. Oh, it's just a lot. This whole week has been a lot. I remember filming some kind of clip before the market I did last Saturday, and then not updating a single thing that whole day or the following market. So just to let you know how those went, because I had 2 in a row, and I'm trying not to double book myself, but also the spring and the summer were such crap for sales with the exception of one market. And by spring and summer, I mean literally since the beginning of this year, I've had like one really good market. So Sunday was actually pretty good. Saturday wasn't too bad, but Sunday was particularly good. It was more expensive for the booth, but I made, I think, 3 times my table back. And Saturday was a cheaper table. It was only like $50, and I think I made like 5 times that back. So that is so much better than so many events have been this whole year. So let me show you my sales chart. So the pinky purple fuchsia magenta, if you will, is the mill number 5 event. It was called the Witchy Shit Market. And then Sunday, the green is the Brayton Bazaar I did at an Elks Lodge, and it was outdoors. The weather was actually perfect. I wish every outdoor market was like that one. And it was actually in a neighborhood that I used to go to a lot of punk shows. So at first I was really anxious because I was like, I've never been to this place before. I don't know the area. I didn't recognize the street names. And then once I was actually driving over there, I was like, actually, I used to go to a bunch of like definitely illegal house shows in addition to like proper venues and stuff. Also, I just realized I still have these in my hair. I think my hair's dry. I think I'll probably take these out. No, they still need more time. We're just gonna roll with it, literally. Yeah, it was really cool. It like brought me back to Like when I first started seeing my partner, we went to Punk Fest that was down there. It was called Smash It Dead. And it was just a really cool time. Everyone got really sick though. That was the most heavily concentrated rooms of people I've ever been in. So much so that when the cops came to shut one of them down, because this was all in like people's basements, or one of the shows got shut down and moved to someone's parlor. So it was this like super seemingly wealthy neighborhood in Boston or just outside Boston. And it had like this nice front lawn, this like big Victorian multi-story house. And there were just a bunch of punks that were renting it together to pay for the rent. This is like 2011. It was scary because it was really dangerous. Like there's a reason it was getting shut down. But we were in the parlor, which I think is a New England term, just the front room. If you have a living room at the front of your house, that's the parlor, the pala. There's a band playing like right at the front. So we were so packed in that the cops couldn't get to us. They couldn't get to the band to shut it down. So they had to send someone, I'm not exaggerating, they had to send someone who crowd surfed from the kitchen around the center part of the house to the front to let us know the cops were there and were shutting it down. But there was no way someone could get through because we were so packed in. Someone got a switchblade, like pocket knife, stuck in their dreadlock. And then somehow, without me realizing it, that ended up in my pocket. I don't know. We were walking away afterwards and I was just like, what is this? And it was the knife that had been in someone's hair. So, you know, listen, I've lived a life. It brought me back. I hadn't thought about that in a really long time. So it was in that general neighborhood, which, as indicated by the type of house I was describing, people with money live there, and there's a lot of walkability to that area. So there was actually really good foot traffic at this market on Sunday. And the witchy markets are always decent for me at Mill Number 5. I have learned I can't just stubborn my way through a kind of neutral themed market. And not that they're awful. Even a bad Mill Number 5 market is still worth doing. Since I've basically redone all of my stuff since like post-lockdown, I've never lost money on one of those markets. I did most of the ones I did pre-lockdown, when I was just kind of first really getting my pop-up shop legs under me. I didn't do great, but also looking at my table and everything, like, yeah, it makes sense. I didn't have a clear voice. I didn't have as good products, and my setup was just not anything like what I have now. The messaging wasn't clear. It was hard to tell what I was about, where I think if you just glance at my table, whatever bit you're looking at, you're gonna get my vibe. So I sold 4 keychain bags, 3 card wallets, 3 dumplings, a crossbody, some jewelry, and some mystery items at the witchy shit market. So mostly mini bags, 1 crossbody. It's actually really sweet, but this guy, he kept coming back. So I think over the course of like 2 hours, I think he came by like middle of the market, and then by the end he came by one more time. He's like, I have to do it. He's just so excited about the crossbody bag. So he took that. On Sunday, I almost sold a 3rd one, but I at least sold 2. There was a glow-in-the-dark one, and I don't think I'm going to have time to make more of the, like, big bags, but I think I'm going to focus on making mini bags because of the event I'm doing tomorrow is probably going to be a younger crowd. More on that later. That's the main point of, like, why I'm sharing what I'm working on with you, is because I'm prepping a little differently for tomorrow's event. Anyway, I sold 15 keychain bags on Sunday, 4 card wallets, 6 dumpling pouches, 2 crossbodies, almost a 3rd. One of the problems, and I'm so glad someone caught this before it sold. Like, I would be so annoyed if I bought this and this happened, and I would be so annoyed if someone bought this and it wasn't caught beforehand. Someone who had like one of the XL phones couldn't fit it in this bag. This is the size crossbody I've been using. It's the Dolly pattern from Swoon. It's free. I will say they're kind of tricky to put together, which is why I have to charge so much for them, because they are time consuming and there's so many pieces, but like, I love them. I love them so much. And this is actually upcycled carpet samples that I have on the edge for a lot of them, because it's the exact right amount of fabric to get this piece here if you cut them like opposite each other. So it's just a really good way to use up weird bits of material like that. I did the same with some leather and faux leather samples that were from a tannery of some kind. But the thing this woman caught was that the strap has a twist in it. And she kept trying to like move it around and was like, am I just missing something? Or is this not supposed to be like this? I was like, thank you so much for catching that. It absolutely has a twist in it, and it's an easy fix. I just got to unpick one of these points that the webbing is stitched down and just flip it around. So I'm just going to unpick it and restitch it. Not a big deal. But I'm really glad someone caught that before it sold, because like, that is shoddy workmanship, and I wouldn't want that being out in the world. But she didn't get it anyway, because I had another version of that bag that had a black strap, and I was like, if you like this, I can swap out this strap if that's the only issue. And she's like, well, let me try my phone, because her husband's phone fit. He bought a bag for himself, and he bought a bag for his daughter, and then he was gonna buy his wife this, but it was just a little too small for her absolutely gigantic phone. Like, I know it's a small bag. That's my like concert purse. So if you just want like your phone, your keys, and some cash, you can put all that in there. But I carry a lot of things with me. This is my like daily purse, and it's pretty full to the brim. I got a lot of medications in here. Got some chapstick, got some masks, got some more meds, got some hand lotion, got even more medication, and just all my cards and stuff, and then some cash in the back. Speaking of, we are getting into dry weather. Thank God for chapstick. So yeah, I also sold 2 dog bags, 1 thing in jewelry, and a mystery tote. So not bad. I've never sold so many mini bags in one day, which is good, you know? It's one of those things like, yes, I have a couple big ticket items where if I sell a couple of those, everything's good. But if I have the smaller ones that like, I really enjoy making batches of those, and because I have currently 4 different designs of mini bags that are in rotation, when I'm restocking certain things, like I don't get bored because I'm always switching up what I'm restocking, and I don't know, I just have a lot of fun with it. I think I'm gonna fix that. Then I want to make more mini bags. I'm looking at the fabric I want to work on right now, but something I need to pivot all of my stuff towards. I mean, it's not a huge pivot. I'm just kind of changing the focus on my table, because tomorrow's event is a little mini anime convention, which usually means a younger crowd, usually means they don't have as much to spend, and also younger crowds tend to really like mystery things. Where like, I also like mystery things. This is also not to say no adults buy mystery things. They absolutely do. It's very fun, and I'm glad people are enjoying the mystery things I've put together, because I have like full-on gift boxes with totes and scarves. And then I even made little cardboard gable boxes, like little treat boxes, to put mystery earrings into. I do tend to sell more mystery items, especially the small stuff, at events like that, because it's gamers, right, that come to stuff like that. Not exclusively, but anime nerds tend to like games, so gamifying a purchase, it's just more fun. Then the other thing I realized I kind of lost this bag and then rediscovered it, but I have some like subtle reference character hats, so like some Ramona hats, and these are like Tanjiro from Demon Slayer, but then I also have a Pochita hat and then a little Pikachu. So I just kind of want to move these along. Perhaps in like one of my mailers like this. I think they'll fit okay. And then I can make a special label. Actually, maybe I can have this out on one of my foam heads, because something I notice is I sell more mystery jewelry when my regular jewelry is out, because people can see like, oh, it's something like this, where I have a hard time selling the totes and the infinity scarves because it's hard for people to know what they might get. Like, they don't know what the options are. So I think I might make new signs, perhaps. I think I'm gonna omit my garment rack and not even bother bringing clothes to this event, because I'm not gonna have time to do like a Howl's Moving Castle cardigan, and I don't feel like dealing with it. It's a lot to carry. So I think I can put the spinning rack with all my mini bags on the floor so that like there's more focus on that. And then the table space that was on, because there should be room for me to put that rack next to my table. It shouldn't be a problem. I don't actually know where my spot is, but usually you have like a little room for something like that. Ooh, actually, the wheels are turning. Yes, I think what I'm gonna do, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Actually, let me take my curlers out and then get that stuff together. I don't know, is it dry enough? I think it's probably dry enough. I just didn't want to heat curl them because I just bleached my hair. Honestly, if I just take these out and let them continue to air dry, because when they're wrapped up, I don't have very thick hair and there's not a lot of it and it's short. So it doesn't actually take that long for my hair to dry, but I'm just trying not to heat treat it, especially when I've just bleached it. You know what I mean? Because my hair was starting to feel like ribbon candy when I was curling it. It was like, oh, that's not great. Oh, I didn't curl mine. I didn't curl the front the right direction, but that's fine. I'll fuck with that later. Fun. I like having curly hair. My sister has such beautiful, thick, curly hair, and I have the exact opposite hair type, but the grass is always greener, right? I feel like people with curly hair are always trying to straighten it. Ooh, okay. So what I'm actually thinking, I'm gonna have some leftover grid cubes with what I have in my setup. So I can just make a 2-tier, have this on the top, or even just have this like... The problem with the foam heads is that this is a more feminine face, right? And the number of people that are like, but do you have boys' hats? It's like, it's hats. They're hats. So that is why I don't love using the foam heads for display purposes anymore. I have this little like, I don't know, earring holder maybe? Bookend? I'm not really sure where I got this, but some kind of office supply thing. I think this on top of the cube, and then I can have mystery ones in these underneath. Okay, I'm gonna pack these up, and then I think I'm gonna reassess the bags I have prepped. I have a batch of dumpling pouches I think are like just about ready to get assembled, and then same thing with some card wallets. I think I should be in good shape. I have a bunch of keychain bags, though if I have time to make more bags, I will do keychains just because those go the quickest, and I've been selling a lot of those. Normally dumpling pouches are my biggest selling item. Actually, I want to check the totals for the year to see if I've sold more dumplings or keychains, because dumplings have been ahead the whole time, but keychains may have taken first place. Also, I'm watching studio vlogs per usual. This is why I post this stuff, because it's all I watch when I'm working in here. I have, oh, they're neck and neck. I think these numbers are off. Let me update something. Okay, just kidding. I only had one row, not column, row that was off on my spreadsheet where I panicked and thought I hadn't been adding anything correctly, but this is really doing something. But I knew I had sold more than 3 mystery totes over the past couple months, so I knew something wasn't adding up right, because it literally wasn't adding up right. So that's all situated. I have sold 9 mystery totes, which is awesome. I really like how I have them all wrapped and everything too, so that's fun. But anyways, I don't remember what else I was saying, other than dumplings are in fact still in the lead by 2. I have sold 79 this year. And I have 77 keychain bags sold. That's wild. I have sold hundreds of mini bags this year. That's kind of breaking my brain. Sometimes I feel like I don't do anything. And then I see things like that and I'm like, yeah, bitch, you sure have been. Okay. So once these are all wrapped up and looking nice and I have little custom stickers or whatever for them, I'm gonna pack those up. And then, yeah, just check out, actually, I guess I'll look right now. Let's see. Card wallets have been sitting in this box. Oh yeah, I do. I have a whole stack ready to go. That's very cool. You know what was really nice is almost every design I sold over this past weekend were designs I had, not duplicates because they're never the same, but like I have strawberry mouse fabric. That's the cutest fabric in the world. And I made like 5 or 6 different strawberry mouse keychain bags, and I sold like 3 or 4 of them. So almost every design I sold, I had something to restock it with. And that, like, that never happens. People always only buy the one-offs. So yeah, that was pretty nice. All right. So I have a stack here. I got some Galaxy ones ready to go, but these are all interfaced and ready to fly. So I think I'm going to focus on those. And then, perfect. Yeah, I have a strawberry mouse one prepped. Yeah, some little foxes. Got some Galaxy stuff. Little coffee ghosts. I love them so much. So I have a couple. I feel like I could actually probably get this whole stack done of both of these. And I have a whole pile of zippers to pick through. So if I end up making any keychain bags, I will update you. We can pick some fabrics together. I gotta make sure I design the signage though and stickers for these things. So I should make a list. You know what would be super helpful is doing that. I have this really rad notepad I was gifted from Ashley Morgan. Part of why this week has been so hectic is I had so many custom order things to get out this week. I honestly don't remember if it was last week or this week because everything has been madness. But I had a collaboration with her where I made, I think it was 48 bags. Anyways, I really like this notepad because it says most definitely not my evil plans. So one thing at a time though. Oh, I need to fix that bag strap, table signage. Then we can do, I think, card wallets first. So we'll do like sew them and make sure I put labels in. And same thing with dumplings. And then just a pack everything note. Cool. Let's knock through this, shall we? I will check in either tonight if I have any other interesting updates, or I'll see you in the morning. Problem with reinforcing everything real good is that it is a motherfucker to unpick. But that's good. It means it's sturdily sewed. I don't know how twice in the same day I have forgotten that I have curlers in my hair. Just one. My bangs were driving me nuts because I didn't curl them the right direction. So this is a thing people do, right? Especially for their bangs, just like put a little guy in there for overnight. I'm getting ready to go to bed. I can hear Bert coming to find me. It's probably because the second I started talking, he needed to get involved. You see me? Little blind old man, come here. Do you want to say hi? It's like almost 11 o'clock. I got incredibly sick for the last however many hours it's been since I talked to y'all last. So I didn't do any sewing, and I'm not beating myself up about it. I did put together some stickers. I don't have it in me to fight with my printer. This is like shiny sticker paper, where I do prefer the matte because this stuff is really grippy in my printer, so things get offset. Like there should be a white border on this side and not only on this side, right? So like this versus this. I don't even know if I'm going to apply any of these stickers tonight or just pack it with the bags and then put them on in the morning once I'm at the event or something. But these are the ones I made for the hats. So it says Mystery Fandom Fleece Hats. I was just gonna sell them for like $5 each just to move them. Granted, it's not a lot of material and the base hat did not take a lot of time, but I like hand sewed all the little faces on. So I was like, you know what? $10 feels reasonable for like a discounted thing. I have previously sold them for $25 before, so having it is like $25 value for $10. And I listed like Scott Pilgrim, Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man, Pokemon. I think it'll be fine. I do have little tags on my totes and my infinity scarves. There's only one spot that says like it's a this many dollar value, where the other ones just say mystery tote $15. So this gives like a little more, calling it a deluxe tote bag. It's not just like the canvas unlined flat ones. So I didn't know what else to call them. I figured deluxe tote will work. Hopefully, just to like try to explain it more, because it's hard when things are in a box. But I have them very nicely gift wrapped, and like I like that about them. But I figured just having clearer signage would be good. I do feel like I'm forgetting something. I immediately abandoned my list. I wrote a thing about table signage. I don't know what else that would have been. I guess it's just for the hats. I know Grumpus. He wants to go to bed. I don't know if you can hear him grumbling down here. You're so cute. I did fix the strap on that bag. I already packed it back in the car, so that's ready to go. And then I have a couple other like display tweaks I'm gonna make. So I already have those situated in a pile over there, and I will share in the morning what I end up doing with it all. So I have to charge this. I am feeling a lot better now, for the record. A lot of it is anxiety induced for sure. There's definitely external factors that have heightened my worry brain, and I think it's all warranted, but there's just some of my favorite humans are in the thick of hurricane stuff. So if you're dealing with any of that, if you have any family or friends, other loved ones that are dealing with any of that, I'm with you. I'm sorry that anybody's having to go through all this. It's been making it hard to function particularly well, so perhaps I take some anxiety meds. I've taken more in the past 2 weeks between Helene and Milton than I have, I think, in the whole time I've been on the prescription for, it's called lorazepam, but it's the generic of Ativan. So it's like a fast-acting anti-anxiety med, and I just take it as needed. If it's really, really bad, I'll take 2 and I like dissolve them under my tongue. Obviously I have a prescription and stuff for it and just take it as prescribed, but there are months between me needing to take it sometimes. This month so far, it's probably been more often than not. So I thought I was gonna have to take it more often for events, but there's maybe been one that I had to take some for, and that was early on. But I'm so much more calmer about doing events. Not that I care less about them or anything, but I feel like I have a better handle on them. Just my confidence is better. I don't know. I'm not as scared about everything all the time. So anyways, I am gonna check off the other bits. I'm not right-handed. Why am I trying to do this right-handed? Got mystery hats situated. Fix the bag strap. I don't know what the table signage was for. I didn't do any of those bags. All right, that list is as done as it's gonna be. I have some ginger ale. I took some antacids already. I have eaten plenty today, but this afternoon has been a self-care chunk of time. I just played Animal Crossing and just did some breathing exercises. Pet Bert, just like, I guess, meditate in a way. It's not the word I think of, but just like trying to calm myself down. I watched New Girl with this guy, and then I came up with the new signage and everything. So not that it's overly complicated, but I had to figure out how to word it. Honestly, coming up with the word deluxe tote bag took longer than any other part of my day. It felt like. I'm not running at 100%, obviously. Also, did I mention I got my COVID booster and my flu shot? Because that has definitely been impacting how my body has felt most of this week. And then, I shared this on Patreon, and I did like an Instagram post, but I'm getting very hot, but I also have something to show you. I get warm when I'm anxious, and then apparently that even applies to talking about being anxious. I'm not going to wear a sweater to bed anyway, but I got a little tattoo. Just a little guy. Just a little screaming possum. It is for Bert because he likes to scream at me and he's a little trash monster. So, I love him. I love Bert and I love the tattoo. And the otter is for our last rescue pup, Frank. I got it when we still had him. And something about that makes it less sad. Like it's not a memorial tattoo, but I didn't get it after he passed, so I think about still having him when I got that. That was 2016, 2015 maybe I got it. Almost 10 years ago. That's wild. But yeah, just a little basic possum outline. I love him, his little belly. And I went with Sama and my sister to get tattoos, and it was really cool. I've never gone with someone else to get a tattoo. That's not true. I've had a friend with me for a tattoo session before. For my very first one, one of my best friends came with me. That was cool, but we weren't getting tattoos together, so that's like a different thing. But my sister got a raccoon, specifically a raccoon with a watermelon sword, and then a watermelon rind shield and helmet, because A, watermelon's great, B, raccoons are awesome, and 3, C. Whatever one we're on. Free Palestine. Fucking obviously. She's so badass. My sister is the most badass human alive. That tattoo so embodies her. It makes me very happy. I think she named him Walter, and I don't know the reference she's making in calling him that, and I feel like I'm disappointing her by not having that. And then Sama got a crow, so we all picked our trash animals, and it was just a lovely thing to do together, because I so infrequently spend any money on myself, so all of us are bad at doing that, so it was a really nice just like thing for us to do together. Me and my sister have adopted Sama as our sister, so it was a really lovely bonding day. Anyways, this guy just wants me to go to bed, so honestly, I think I might just wait to cut this out until the morning. I'll make myself get up early enough. I don't even know what time my load-in is. I never got an email today. Maybe it's just like a free-for-all. I don't know. I did get accepted to the same venue for a Catterday market, a cat-themed Saturday market. I'm very excited about it. So that's mid-November. I have about a month until that one happens. I think that's going to be really good. I have so much cat stuff. Like, so much cat stuff. Other than, like, skulls and galaxy prints, cats are probably my next most favorite fabric. Some crossover with, like, galaxy prints. I only have one dog fabric, I think, and it's little cowboy weens. And I do love it very much, but I know. Okay. He's calling it. We're gonna go to bed. I'm gonna get things on the charger that need to be. I will see you, hopefully without a fucking hair roller in my hair tomorrow morning. Thanks for coming along for this ride. Today has already been so weird. Okay, hi, good morning. I know it's still in my hair. I didn't forget it was there, at least. That's what I said wasn't going to happen. I didn't say I was going to take it out. But it's Saturday. It's the day of Pop Comic-Con. And I got up early enough. It's 8:43. I have about 45 minutes before I have to leave. I'm dressed. I still need to do my hair. But I was gonna leave my tent and my table in my car so I don't have to repack it for next weekend, but it's just one more thing to deal with when I'm like on the curb of the venue today. I don't want to have to fight with like getting one of my racks up and around the tent out of the back of my car. So I did a little reorganizing. And I also wanted to count how many mystery totes and scarves that I do actually have. So this is what I mean by fancy wrapping, is the totes are in these two things, and these are the tags I've been using. It's just cardstock, and I've been using a silver Sharpie. I made a rookie mistake with that silver Sharpie when I was at GraniteCon a couple weeks ago, and I shook it with the cap off. So now my pack out, my like storage / travel stuff for my inventory is just sprinkled with silver blobs of paint. There are worse things. It's fine. Also, I should start covering it with stickers because it's not like I'm going to be returning any of that stuff. I've had it for almost a year, and this is how I did the infinity scarves. So I have more scarves to pack, but these are the last of my tote bags, which is why the math confused me yesterday when I was looking at it all. And I was like, I've definitely sold more than 3 totes because I only have a couple left. There's that. I have a bunch of stuff to put together, little mystery earring kits and stuff, like more tags and everything in here, and tissue paper, which I'm going to wrap them up in. So yeah, these are the last 4 totes, but I have probably 15 at least more scarves. I think I've only sold 1, so that's why I'm only gonna worry about bringing 3 with me. I don't feel like wrapping more this morning. I don't want to like allocate my time to that over something else. Yeah, I'm gonna cut the 2 sheets. I don't need all the infinity scarf ones right now, so I'll deal with those later, but I do have the fandom hats and the tote bags and the infinity scarves. So I'm gonna put these together. I don't think Etsy lets you do mystery items anymore. I feel like that was like a thing. 'Cause I used to sell them. If it was just old inventory I was trying to move along. Still one of the greatest suggestions I've ever gotten. Thank you, Carrie, for, I'm never gonna get it right, for putting that idea in my head all those years ago. So I have this bag I'm gonna set aside. That's been a very good, like, it's like a beach bag or whatever, but it's been very helpful for items like this because it packs down very small. Speaking of packing, something, I don't know why I didn't even think to try this sooner, because I was trying to keep things as set up as possible. So my new spinning rack, I lowered all of the little spiders, the little tiers, down to the base, and then I would take the top 2 bits of the tube off, but it's still like a real pain in the ass to pack. So let me show you what I've done as far as making transport easier. I don't know that it's going to be super comfortable, but I bruised my arm. Not bad, but I had it stacked very awkwardly, and these were like digging into me in multiple layers. So like 3 different sets of these were just like fucking up my arm. So I don't want to do that to myself again. But a little thing I ended up figuring out is it was really driving me nuts that all of my bags kept like sliding further in and just not looking nice on the little rack. Some of them came off, but I have backups. Actually, that's what I meant to go to the dollar store for, was to get more zip ties. Maybe I'll have time. It's possible I'll have time. I don't actually know what time I'm supposed to show up this morning. I never got any emails. I did go through and look just to see, like, oh, is there any kind of logistics email? Because the rest of the mill number 5 events, it's just such a well-oiled machine, and it's at the same building but run by different people. So instead of like the people that run mill number 5, these are shop owners inside the mill putting this event together. So slightly different. They're great people. I really, really like them, and it's a good event. They really know like how to help vendors throughout the event, but they just don't have the like same infrastructure that the other events do. I don't know if that was super confusing. Anyway, I put zip ties at the very ends of all of these, and it's adjustable, so if I kind of want to offset things, that's an option. And yeah, I just snipped them down like really, really close, and I'm really enjoying having done that. It's making it look so much neater. I have the rest of the hardware in here, some backup zip ties and all the little posts and everything. And then I also have some of the pieces for my floating backdrop, my little archway, so that's all in here as well. Let me show you how I have it packed. Then we'll cut up some stickers, put them onto the boxes, then I'll tackle the rest of this and finish dolling myself up, and then we'll be off and out for the day. I have a little bit of a headache, but I didn't sleep particularly well last night. So yeah, those moving duffel bags that I have, I realized if I take everything apart and just like take a couple extra minutes to do that, it all fits in one of these backpacks, so I can wear it instead of trying to haul each individual stand around and like dropping pipes everywhere. So just doing a good job at making my life a little bit easier. I think just for extra ease, I'm going to pack these in with this rotary stand. I guess kind of rotary, the spinning rack. All right, off to get the rest of my morning done. Bert's still been in bed this whole time because he knows what he's about. I will see you not in here the next time. Jump out, I promise. No, so they're mystery tote bags or mystery infinity scarves. Actually, all the ones that would be in there are like some kind of nature theme or like a floral. The scarves are mostly more in like a Halloween direction, but the totes aren't. Oh yeah. Sure, yeah. That guy is 12 cards, whatever's easier for you. It's almost 150. Yes, yeah. I love that fabric, that moth fabric. Thank you so much. So it is 1:15 and that was my first sale of the day. I was about to do a like 1 o'clock check-in and be like, nothing yet, but it just goes 12 to 4. So it's been really, really quiet. I'm trying not to be super frustrated or down on myself. It is a convention with like trivia and like they'll do a cosplay contest later. So at least there's like stuff to do, and the stage is right behind me, so I will check in when I have an update. 2 o'clock check-in. We are halfway through. Still have not made table back. It was $65 for today. I don't feel great. 3 o'clock check-in. I have made table back, but barely.
You didn't like put it in a tray.
I'm taking a drink and lunch break. I made myself a sandwich to bring.
I rolled around downstairs. That's your natural weather. There you go.
It's so hot up here. I had my mask on until a couple minutes ago. I was getting really lightheaded.
The kicks. Oh my gosh. The Minecraft. They're the best part. That is so good.
I really don't feel good. I was so close to bailing on this. I was like, no, I should go. It'll be worth it. I have an hour left. Last time I did this, I didn't make any sales in the last hour, so
Specifically with a cosplay makerspace room.
I don't know. Okay, last check-in is 4 o'clock, and I did not make any more sales. Don't let me sign up for this event again. God damn it. So I technically didn't lose money. And also Square is doing some shit where it's not loading my like reports for the day, so part of me is convinced that the transactions aren't actually going to go through. So that hasn't been stressful at all. I technically made table back and cover the $4 parking, but it's an hour of driving, so however much in gas, like basically broke even, is mostly mystery stuff and a couple keychain bags. So I am not missing much in the way of inventory, which is good, but a little bummed, especially just because I feel fucking awful. So I'm gonna start breaking down. My nerves are already so shot from the past couple weeks that like I feel a little bit like I'm gonna cry, but straight up, y'all, like when I talk about me not being able to do this without y'all over on Patreon, this is the kind of thing that like this is not a particularly stable way to earn money. When I was really hoping that like we're in the mid-October, this is like my time. I think I'm gonna take some painkillers and wrap up. I will see you all back here with another video in 2 Fridays. Thank you so much for hanging out, even if I'm being a real grumpy ghost. In one exciting turn of events, I found it. I thought I lost it forever. Haunted baby spoon ring a friend of mine made. I just hauled too much stuff to my car, broke a bag on the way, like a storage bag, not part of my inventory. There's a car that seems incapable of getting out of this parking garage, so I walked too far, but there's a line to get to the elevator. It's like, I'm just going down 5 flights of stairs and I'm just gonna walk. So, oh, I didn't take painkillers. Okay, that's all. Thanks for coming to this little epitaph. See you in a couple weeks. I also sold, I don't know why I glitched with that one. Why can't we ever just be happy with what we have? Goddamn capitalist hellscape. These stitches have good structural integrity. I just put them together wonky. So you can't win them all. What am I doing here? The age-old question. But just so you know what level of trash person I am, there's a reason I got a possum tattoo. Oh, hi. Welcome to Souvenirs. Chapel had to join in.